Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Fakefluencer production vlog. This is episode 12. First of all, welcome to all the new subscribers, and for those of you that have been with us the entire journey, yes, I didn't manage to get the film out in April. However, the film has been exported at a full render, so I'm basically on the final review. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we've been up to the last month, just getting all the final bits and pieces in place. We had the very last scene where Tom arrives at the Ministry of Decentralization and meets Bitman. Again, I don't want to give too much of it away, but very big thanks to those of you that made it to that shoot. I think there was about 10 of us or something in VR chat. And big thanks to the people that built the world, the alien treehouse where we shot on the location, which was actually on the moon. So over the past month, I basically have blacked out this room. I've been sitting in the dark, just chipping away at the film, making sure I'm happy with the character arc, the structure, the development, how the scenes flow, and also implementing some tactics for keeping viewer engagement basically throughout the movie. It sits at currently just over 2 hours long, so it is a feature. You know, it took me a while to get satisfied there. I did go down a few rabbit holes, which luckily I had a reference. I'd already mapped out the structure for Tom's journey, and I constantly was referring back to that and making sure that I was utilizing all the scenes in the correct sort of order and the best possible way to keep the viewer entertained. So I'm having a dedicated website built at the fakefluencer.movie, which I think of a little bit like the packaging of a product. You know, it's just as important as the product itself is how the customer or the consumer ends up sort of interacting or, you know, opening that product. So I've worked with the guys over in Emotion Studios. I think they're based in Romania, and they've whipped up a very cool website for the delivery of the film itself. And I wanted to do a custom built site because, again, the customer journey when viewing the movie is just as important as the contents of the movie itself. So I believe we've packaged it to the best of our ability in the way that we can, you know, both make a tantalizing, intriguing opening for the film, as well as building in the sort of crypto payment and fiat payment systems in a way that I believe will increase the chances that people will contribute in order to watch the movie. Of course, you guys are ahead of the crowd by subscribing and sticking with me. You get to watch the film for free. It's going to go out to you guys very soon, so keep an eye on your email boxes. It's probably sometime next week, I believe, if all goes to plan, over the weekend. I've been obviously getting in all the rights, sync licenses, all the paperwork stuff, so that Bitjoin Studios can actually maintain or claim the rights to everything within the production. This is very important to, you know, prevent issues down the road should we have some success with the film. And I'm working with Crown Legal in Stockholm on that, and they've been extremely helpful and very responsive. It's not concluded yet, of course, because dealing with some of the, you know, major studios that have produced some of this music takes a bit of time. And as I'm informed, they usually prioritize the larger budget productions. This production has actually largely had no budget, so we'll see how we go. But I'm informed that I can still send out the film to you guys privately as subscribers before those licenses are all in. So as long as I don't go public with it, which I won't do until all that's settled, hopefully shortly after the film goes out to you guys. I've been discussing a few ideas on how to get you guys some kickback from the movie, utilizing NFTs for the characters. Essentially, I want to put throughout the film, there's little nameplates that come up so that, you know, the viewer knows who's being interviewed, and I'm looking at inserting a QR code into that graphic, that nameplate graphic for each character, which when scanned by the viewer will take them to a place where they can claim an NFT of that character. Not all the details have been ironed out yet for that. However, I believe it's there's a potential there for utilizing NFTs to create, you know, if they get trading and whatever people do with NFTs, we can bake in a kickback to the actor that played that role. So if you were playing in the film, keep an eye on your inbox and I will update you guys on what potentially might evolve from that idea. The film post-production might be over, but the marketing and the, you know, selling the bloody thing is only just beginning. So I just published a blog post on my own website, richteller.com, and I basically wanted to revisit the objectives that I had at the beginning of this project and what I wanted to try to achieve with the movie. And I believe I've hit, you know, a number of those, but of course it's not for me to say, it's for the viewer. Once again, thanks to everybody that's been involved. Over 50 people have been involved in this project over the year, and thanks to all the volunteers, thanks to all those people that made the locations accessible, and, you know, the graphics, the music, everything that it takes to build a film. You know, I haven't done this all by myself. I've had a hell of a lot of help, even though the last few kilometers with the editing were very lonesome. I managed to get through them, and I'm fairly satisfied I got a movie that I wanted to make. So, and you know, feel free to share the movie if you do like it. If you don't like it, also share the movie.